You're watching Showbiz Headlines happen on Entertainment Tonight. First off, the passion behind Robert Duvall's newest film.
I gotta make another movie. I gotta put this kid in the lead in a movie.
Then, Mother of the Year, Barbara Mandrell's just warming up. Simon & Simon's Jameson Parker plays Papa. And Chaka Khan sings for Superman 3. Plus, Nureyev stays exposed. And former models make the switch to acting on Entertainment Tonight. It all starts tonight at 7:30. Then at 8, That's Incredible on Channel 7.
Showboat back on Broadway.
Katie's review at 5.
Mrs. Devereaux? Mrs. Devereaux? It's Mr. Amory from the desk. There seems to be some problem with your phone. Mrs. Devereaux?
This is 74. Connect me with outside services. Yes, Andre, it's me. No, I did not. I was interrupted. Well, I'm not sure. I think it was Devereaux. I'm outside her place right now. It looks like I'm going to have to go back in. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not. Here comes Devereaux. He's got a little package with him. That must be it. We're going to have to go. Looks like Mr. Devereaux's about to be the victim of a holdup. A dead victim.
Mrs. Devereaux? No wonder it wasn't working.
Right there.
Could have been early for Halloween, aren't you?
Now, let's have it.
Let's have what?
Your wallet.
I don't have a wallet, I only have a billfold.
Yeah, that's good enough. Come on. Now your watch. Come on.
Needs some work. You can tell the repairman it loses a minute.
Yeah, cut the smart remarks. I'll take the little package.
What's going on, bastard? This package is not of interest to you.
Come on, let's have it.
I tell you, it's just sentimental value.
Thank you very much.
Hey, don't mention it.
Here's a little something for your lack of cooperation.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by All Vegetable Crisco. Crisco makes pie crust flaky. And by Tide. From ice cream to mud, Tide gets it clean.
How loyal are people to the brands they choose?
I will swap your furniture polish for 2 of this other brand.
I'll swap.
Would you trade your coin? You'll swap your coin?
Yeah.
Will you swap your Tide for 2 of this other detergent?
No, I've always used Tide. I can't swap that.
What does it work on? Do you have children?
My husband is really a bigger baby. He's worse than anybody.
Well,
you know, he gets down in the pipes or whatever construction workers do, I don't know. But he brings in a lot of dirt. And Tide just works. Tide works on everything that I have. It meets all of my washing needs.
How loyal are people to Tide?
I have confidence in Tide. I rely on it. I depend on it. And it's all I'll ever use.
Women just won't give up the clean they get with Tide.
When I'm sitting at your table, I'm as happy as can be. Your good cooking is enough to satisfy. There's some good country singers in my family, and some great Crisco cooks, like my Aunt Edna. She says Crisco makes her spicy apple muffins light and fluffy. And my cousin Martha says her onion rings don't taste greasy.
Aunt Loretta, you gotta tell me how you made these turnovers.
Honey, it all started with a Crisco crust. Then I mix up my apples, cranberries, and cinnamon. I scoop it in the crust and bake. Then I put on the icing. The crust is so flaky.
Look for other great Crisco recipes right here in Crisco's new cookbook. Details are on every can.
Sure wish we'd hear something. You know, I have a bad feeling about all this. What if Patricia Devereaux was lying the whole time? What if she has no intention of giving him that phone book?
Hey, what happened? Just a few minutes ago, you were so optimistic.
I know, but you don't think something happened to Ian, do you?
I mean, like what? That he ran into his ex-wife and developed a certain passion for her and decided to run away with her and dump you?
No. What if she's not as innocent as she pretends? What if she realizes the value of what she has?
No, she would have done something about it long before this.
What if she didn't know what to do until now?
Oh, you mean she may demand something for it?
Yeah, maybe.
Like what?
Like my head, for instance. Did it ever occur to you that she might tell him that unless he dumps me, he doesn't get the phone book?
Well, that would put you in a terrible dilemma, wouldn't it?
Well, it would put him in one. I mean, he would have to make a choice between the thing he values most in the world and his own wife. And you know he would do anything to get that phone book.
So if Patricia Devereaux puts the screws on Ian, it might mean that you'd have to get a divorce.
No, I don't think he'd ever do that. He loves me. I don't think he would give me up even if it meant...
It meant what? Don't stop, go on. Tell me about how awful it would be if Ian had to dump you.
Oh, Sky, I didn't mean that. You know I want this marriage to end more than anything in the world.
Yeah, you just don't want to be pushed out of it, huh?
Don't try to analyze me, darn it.
You know what I think, Angel? I think you don't dislike Ian at all.
No, I don't dislike him. That doesn't mean I'm in love with him. I mean, I can't think he's a bad person because he's so kind and gentle and he loves me, and I can't think bad thoughts about it.
Well, remember this. Your sweet, kind Ian framed me for espionage. He's the one who put all those incriminating documents in my safe. He's the one who got us into this mess in the first place. Yes, hello.
Mr. Whitney, it's Miles Cavanaugh.
Dr. Cavanaugh, what can I do for you?
I was told by her sister-in-law that Raven might be at your house.
Yeah, she's here. Is something wrong?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I was just told that, well, I'm at Monticello General, and they've just brought her husband into emergency.
What happened?
From the little I could learn, he was shot in the chest by a hold-up man. I can't tell you any more than that.
Good Lord.
What's the matter?
I think it might be a good idea if Raven got to the hospital as soon as possible. We'll know more by the time she arrives.
Yeah, I'll tell her. Thank you.
What was that all about?
It seems like you might have been right about something happening to Ian. He's been shot.
So you came up because the operator reported trouble with the phone. Tell me, why did you decide to use your passkey? Did you expect that there was going to be trouble inside?
No, nothing. I came to inform Mrs. Devereaux that her phone needed repair, but when she didn't answer the door,
Okay, yeah. That'll be all for now. We may have to ask you some questions later.
Stoner, what's going on here? We got another strangling on our hands?
Yeah, you can see for yourself.
So that's Patricia Devereaux, Ian's ex. Well, what do you know?
All anybody knows is that she checked into the Monticello Arms about 3 weeks ago.
Well, this is a residential apartment. You figured she'd be staying here for a while. Who phoned in for the trouble?
Oh, a desk clerk named Amory said the switchboard called in that there was trouble with the phone. He came up to check it and found the body.
Open this window, do you know?
Well, it wasn't one of our boys. It was open when we got here.
All right, it may have been the killer. I don't know why.
Possible that could have been a sneak thief.
Yeah, well, hotel thieves usually have pass keys, but I suppose anything's possible.
Yeah, well, we've got men checking around for witnesses. Anybody who saw somebody enter or leave?
Some coincidence, you know? 2 stranglings, both with a piece of cable.
Your family to have taco shells made from fresh-tasting real corn or processed corn flour. Ortega shells are made from real corn because Ortega has corn-thenticity. Corn-thenticity because Ortega's made authentically from real corn kernels. So every delicious bite has a fresh corn taste. So crunch into an Ortega taco. It gives your family the fresh taste of real corn, the fresh taste of Ortega corn-thenticity.
The new GE Spacemaker can opener. What sets it apart from all other electric can openers?
Honey, where's the coffee?
It's the only one that mounts under your cabinet.
Is there any club soda?
Not only does it open all sorts of cans, bottles,
The peas are done.
and even plastic bags, but the new GE Spacemaker can opener also opens up something else, your valuable counter space.
GE, we bring good things to living. We bring good things to life.
Oh. Well, I suppose I'd better go check, see if Mrs. Devereaux had any friends or relatives.
All right, check with her ex-husband first, Ian Devereaux. I want you to go there yourself, find out what you can.
Yeah, that was my next move.
All right, I'll call headquarters, see what I can find out.
There's a house phone. This is all too familiar. Only the last time the cord was wrapped around Nora Fulton's neck.
Yeah, it was. So long. Operator, this is Chief Derek Mallory. Can I have an outside line, please? Thank you. Hello, this is Mallory. Any messages? No, I already got that. I'm calling from Monticello Arms. No, it's Patricia Devereaux. Oh, the victim was a female. Strangled, that's where it looks, but I'll wait for the coroner. No, wait a minute. Have we got cases confused? I'm talking about Patricia... Ian? Where? Just about a block from here. All right, thank you. Thank you. Both Devereaux. Huh. Operator, another outside line, please. Well, I'm sorry, Mike. This just cannot be helped.
Well, things haven't changed much in the room, but what do you think of the new stall shower?
Oh, yeah. I seem to remember an old claw-footed bathtub that was at least 4 feet high back then.
You cracked your shins on it.
Well, getting out of it was the tough part. I thought I might have to spend the whole night in the bathtub.
Well, you didn't. I remember that.
That's one fringe benefit of being married so long. We've got a lot of memories to share.
Yeah, it's amazing that there's something that lets you forget the bad things.
Well, most of the bad things that have happened to us were not because of our feelings for each other.
Oh, still, there were some moments.
Nancy, whatever you did for my sake. You always seem to be doing things for my sake.
Well, I can say the same for you.
Please, madam, no accusations.
Yeah. We don't have to prove anything to each other anymore, do we,
Not after 20 years.
You mean there are no more surprises? No more surprises?
Well, hey, lady, if you want a surprise, you're going to get a surprise. Oh.
Probably the desk.
Well, if it's Mr. Weiser, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. Hello.
Hello, Mike. It's Derek Mallory. Now, don't hate me for calling you again like this, but there's something I had to talk to you about.
Your timing's not the greatest, Derek. What is it?
I'm at the scene of a homicide. Patricia Devereaux has been strangled with a telephone cord.
What? Well, do you know if she'd already given the phone book to Ian?
No, I don't know that. But I do know that Ian Devereaux was shot in the chest at point-blank range about a block and a half from here. I'm on my way to the hospital now to see if he's dead or alive, but I do know one thing, that the phone book is at the bottom of all this.
After 4 hours of world-class tennis, you're exhausted. That's why the soap the Women's Tennis Association supplies its players is Coast Deodorant Soap. With its stimulating scent and lather that feels terrific, Coast refreshes and rejuvenates and picks you up in a way no other soap can. And if Coast can help after this, isn't it just what you need after a day with your kids? No tired is too tired for Coast.
Well, howdy. What you got there, youngster?
An old piece of Mom's kitchen tile.
Good grief. This tile's the color my floor used to be, but look at the difference.
That's 'cause there's ground-in dirt stuck in those little crevices.
You need spick and span every time. But is it safe? For no wax? Sure. It cleans into crevices and lifts out ground-in dirt that dulls your floor's color. Beautiful, Minnie.
Nice going, Ma.
Spick and span every time helps show your floor's true colors. Bye-bye, good old pie.
Duncan Hines cake rises so high.
New Deluxe Yellow rises to new heights of moistness.
This is the day of new taste.
Deluxious.
This is the day of new moistness.
Super creamy batter for higher moistness. New heights of moistness.
Now America's rising to a new taste. Rising high to a new taste.
Moisture.
Duncan Hines Deluxe.
Deluxe.
Duncan Hines Deluxe.
Rises to new heights of moistness.
Duncan Hines Deluxe.
Deluxe.
This is just unbelievable. He always made it seem like such a game. I mean, even when Snell tried to kill him, nobody was hurt. They were just like a couple of kids playing a game with guns and secret papers and all that stuff.
Oh, what's going on, do you know?
We don't know anything. Miles Cavanaugh came and I sent him in to find out. We don't even know if he's alive.
Well, if he isn't, let's hope he survived long enough to say something.
Derek, how can you be so callous? You're not talking about some petty thief. You're talking about my husband.
You'll have to forgive Raven, Chief. She's developed a sudden sympathy for her fallen warrior.
Look, I'm not happy about what happened, and I'm certainly not happy about what happened to Patricia Devereaux.
What do you mean?
You don't know, do you?
Don't know what?
Patricia Devereaux was murdered tonight about the same time that he was being shot. Miles, how is he?
Derek, I'm glad you got down here. It's an interesting case for you.
Is he all right? I mean, is he alive? Is he hurt?
He is all right. He is alive. He's not badly hurt. He was bruised. He wasn't shot.
What?
There's no bullet wound. He was shot at from very close range. The impact happened to bruise a rib, didn't break it. The reason for
Probably
that...
wearing a vest, bulletproof vest.
Exactly right. I can understand you cops wearing those things. I don't know why a private citizen was wearing one.
No, that's not difficult to figure out. His business was dealing in money. Probably carried large amounts of cash and negotiable bonds. Isn't that right, Mrs. Devereaux?
I guess that's possible. Is he conscious? I mean, can I go talk to him?
Sure. I think it'd be a good idea.
Cavanaugh said that I could just come in here and talk to him alone for a little while.
Oh, sure. I'll be just outside.
I'm so glad you're all right.
Sorry, the merchandise is still a bit fragile.
So, did you get it?
Raven, I'm afraid to say I didn't. Either Patricia was lying or somebody got there first. She's dead.
I know. Derek, the police chief told us out there.
I suppose the thought may have crossed your mind that I killed her.
Never. I naturally assumed that someone knew she was going to give you the phone book and killed her first.
Yes, that someone knew that she possessed it and tried to beat me out of it, even if it cost her her life.
I'm so sorry. So, do you think that the killer has the phone book?
No, I think he left empty-handed, just like I did.
Why?
Because of this. But I think that Patricia's killer and the hold-up man were one and the same person.
I don't understand what you mean.
Well, he didn't get what he was after, you see. And he thought that I had it. But all I had was a wedding picture.
A wedding picture?
Yes. A wedding picture of us. Of Patricia and me. All tied up in a blue ribbon. But I think it was just another one of her jokes. Like that laughing toy at the Octavian Club.
So, what are you going to do now? I mean, just, give up?
What? After tonight? I'm more determined than ever to get my hands on the phone book before he does. Whoever the hell he may be.
Oh, that's my baby.
David, aren't you taking a chance being seen with us?
Yes, I am, but I had to confirm what I have just heard. Devereaux is dead?
No.
You heard wrong, Cameron. Or don't you realize that Ian Devereaux seems to lead a charmed life?
What's wrong, Frank?
An anniversary should have a party.
Ah, the kids are busy.
Vera, they're almost here. I had to pick up some ragu sauce. Good. Like Mama says, you never have too much.
A card would have been nice.
A spaghetti dinner with ragu sauce always tastes special.
Here they come.
Come on, Frank.
That's why it's been a tradition for 3 generations.
Nice kids.
Ragu traditional spaghetti sauce for over 40 years. That's Italian.
Patty, you didn't finish your cereal. Don't you like the taste?
It lost its crunch.
What can I do?
Introducing delicious new Post Honey Nut Crunch Raisin Bran. Starts crunchy and stays crunchy with golden honey, chopped walnuts, crunchy cereal nuggets, and the goodness of Post Raisin Bran.
You finished.
Didn't they crunchy?
Oh.
New Post Honey Nut Crunch Raisin Bran. Delicious goodness that starts crunchy
And stays crunchy.
On General Hospital.
I know you really want to get married, but let's just live together for a while, all right? See how that works out.
Heather and Scotty make plans for the future. General Hospital.
Well, you look like you just had a very emotional experience.
Well, of course it was emotional. It doesn't matter why I married the man. I'm still married to him.
Well, what happened? What about the phone book? Did he find the damn thing or not?
No, he didn't find it. He doesn't even know where it is. So the poor baby was hurt for nothing.
I don't believe this. You really feel sorry for that guy in there.
No, I feel sorry because we don't have the phone book. Is it so terrible to feel a little compassion for the man?
Maybe Mr. Weiser was right.
Pardon?
Remember his telling us that we should put all our valuables into that wall safe?
Oh, I don't really think it's necessary, honey.
Well, you never know. A burglar could get in here. And with all this fresh country air, we might be sleeping so soundly we'd never hear it.
I doubt it. But go ahead if you want to.
Ah, here it is.
Honey, do you think that story was true? I mean, about Mr. Weiser's father being robbed and is getting rid of the safe downstairs?
Well, it's possible. Let's see, what was that combination he gave us? 0, right 15, left 3, and then back to 15 again. Hey, it works. Hey, That's peculiar. There's something in here already.
Really?
Yeah, some kind of box.
Oh, real? What? Do you think somebody forgot they put something in there?
Well, they must have.
What is it?
Jewelry box, I guess.
Oh, my God.
Why don't you open it?
Mike, look.
Wow. Hey, that looks a little like that ring you were admiring just the other day.
Oh, my goodness, yes, it does. That's beautiful. Well, we have to tell Mr. Weiser.
Oh, no. We'll do nothing of the kind. I think we should keep it.
Honey, we can't do that.
Why not? Law of salvage and all that? No, definitely, Nancy. I think you should keep it.
Mike, you can't be serious. You didn't find this there. You put it in there.
I would have put something like it in there 20 years ago if I could have afforded
No,
it.
wait a minute. What about our agreement about no presents?
That's not a present. I just discovered it.
You. I accept. Oh, you are so tricky. Oh, my darling, I am going to put it on, and I am going to wear it for the next 20 years and the next years after. What's the matter?
I just thought of something.
Huh?
Of course, you're right about what I did. I had the jewelry box in my pocket. I hid it in my hand and placed it in the safe, and then I discovered it there. Nancy, now I know who framed Sky Whitney for espionage.
I do one thing, do-do-do-do. Do one thing for as long as I have, you get to be the best. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Ooh-do-do-do, they do one thing. Great chicken. They cook it up hot and tender like my music. I sing scat, they do that, like nobody else, right? Kentucky Fried Chicken. They do chicken like.
How does she do it? Her hair always looks its best.
The difference is mink.
How does she do it? Her hair looks so silky, so different from the rest.
The difference is mink.
Mink Difference hairspray really holds your hair in style. Enriched with precious mink oil, it holds hair beautifully and gives it the silky feeling of mink.
How could you give your hair anything less?
Mink Difference hairspray.
Tonight, a woman with cerebral palsy fulfills her dream of running in the New York Marathon on That's Incredible. Then Brooke Shields stars as an orphan girl who becomes a gambler's prize and leads a horde of money-hungry men on the chase of their lives in Wanda, Nevada, on the ABC Monday Night Movie.
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, a unique look inside Pravda, the main source of news for 11 million Russians. But is their news fact or propaganda? Can the Russian people who read Pravda tell the difference? ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
Cooking Good chicken has a lot less fat than beef or pork. Cooking Good with but one lofty goal, to be the world's best chicken.
Good afternoon, I'm Ernie Anastas. Coming up today at 5 o'clock, the battle for the job of New York City Schools Chancellor. It starts all over again. We'll have the latest for you, and we'll talk live with an expert about the newly found Hitler diaries. Are they indeed authentic? And we'll also have this for you.
Something is eating away our beaches. What is it? I'm Mara Walensky.
I'll tell you.
Also today, the live will have the winner.
On Ryan's Hope, Charlotte reappears.
Miss Greer.
Mrs. Ryan, I still prefer to use my married name.
All right, that's it.
What is the truth for Frank Ryan? And on One Life to Live, while Bo and Delilah plan for their future, Asa plans for revenge.
I'm going to send them like a pack of wolves. And when I'm finished with them, they're going to rue the day they ever laid eyes on each other.
Ryan's Hope, One Life to Live. Weekdays.
You like Swanson dinners, huh?
Uh-huh.
You like that one?
Uh-uh. My brother does.
Ah, your brother. So then you must like the fish and chips, huh? Hmm?
No. Lydia does.
Lydia, your sister?
Babysitter.
Ah, well then, which dinner do you like? Wait a minute, that's a Swanson breakfast. Your mom lets you eat that for dinner?
Nope. But Lydia will.
Kids really love having dinner with the Swansons.
Day.
Richard Burke.
Movie stars, murder, and mayhem.
These stuntmen, they're a breed of their own.
The Fall Guy. Then a battered wife.
What are you doing?
Sorensen finds love.
It's all yours.
A second chance.
I'm so scared.
Ryan's 4. And, uh-oh, we've all had them. Now it's time to share them. John Ritter hosts a look at a prize collection of public boo-boos, life's most embarrassing moments.
Wednesday,